welcome, Matea. Nice to have you here.
Hello, André. Thank you so much for having me.
Awesome. What you achieved recently is amazing, so I decided to bring you for an interview so you can share your story with people and the lessons you learned along the way since we started working together. So let's dive into the interview. The first question I have for you is if you can share your story, how you started with affiliate marketing, and what was the reason that made you explore an online business. So, what's your story in getting started with affiliate marketing?
Thank you for a question. The first how I got involved into online business space was basically when I was on YouTube platform, and this is how I got introduced into affiliate marketing business module and e-commerce business module. So affiliate marketing, like using other people's digital products, and e-commerce physical. But at that time, when I got introduced about this, I was not aware about how that works. I was not aware about business and what it takes to learn in business, what skill sets, and about the way of thinking. So I got involved back in December 2019 when I signed up for the first free training. So that was on YouTube. It was advertised when one woman was talking about her job and she was talking about her pain points, and I signed up for her free workshop. So that was my first free training back then, and then I joined them in 2020, and then they told me like how I can build a website to generate leads, and I got no results because I signed up for something I wasn't aware of where I am. Okay. So time went, and in 2021, I signed up for a free challenge on Facebook. It was American Senior Entrepreneurs, and they offered me for this challenge where I participated for free about social media marketing secrets. And there I was lucky enough then to win a book written by Napoleon Hill, Think and Grow Rich, and that made that changed my way of thinking. That book, that was my a start in entrepreneurship. But during time, I had another changes when came to 2022. I simply decided to 100% what I want to do in my life, and I left my job then. In 2022, and then I started to work with you when I met you on Facebook, and then I got real solutions about this business module called affiliate marketing, and that is my story, how I made solutions about this business module.
Awesome. Thanks for sharing. So you shared there that you started in 2019. So you talked about a website. So what was the approach with that? Was building a website and then trying to get traffic with paid ads or free traffic? What was the approach?
The approach where I was in that, I joined that training was members were already, some people were already senior entrepreneurs and some people were newbies like me. And their approach was to build websites to generate leads. But a lot of people didn't have that education skill sets.
Yeah. Okay. So it was a website to collect emails?
Also that, yeah, it was emails. As I remember, it was like Aweber, using Aweber for paying membership.
And then presenting affiliate products.
Yeah, exactly. So you get affiliate link and you get to promote it, but you don't know who to promote, who is it for.
Yeah, and how did you try to generate leads at the time? Did you use Facebook at the time, or you tried something else?
I was using multiple traffic sources back then. So the case was that I was using Facebook and Instagram,
okay,
and YouTube. I also started back in that time. I started to be in Medium to write posts and content. So that wasn't the best approach I did in the beginning.
Yeah, I can relate because I started the same way. I started with multiple platforms at the same time because I thought it would give me more exposure and more opportunities to grow my business. But how did you feel at that time? Did you, when you were trying to build multiple platforms at the same time, uh, were you able to make any progress? Progress? Did you feel overwhelmed with so much to do because you had so many platforms? What was going through your mind at the time?
That wasn't actually focus. So when spending time on multiple traffic sources, trying to build something, like spending time on Facebook, Instagram, or YouTube, or Medium, or in Quora, trying to figure out something, it's like you want to become professional in something without education. That's what it's in human nature. We want everything, like do something, but we don't know how.
Yeah.
And that wasn't spending multiple traffic sources. Absolutely was not focus.
Yeah, and usually what I see happening with a lot of people is starting with a lot of things, with a lot of platforms, and also multiple products to promote. Because we as humans, when we are not getting results, we usually add more stuff to what we are doing. We tend to complicate things. But what I've seen in my journey over and over again, and you have seen that too now with just Facebook, which is when we simplify our businesses, usually we tend to grow faster than when we are trying to do too much. Because if you have just one platform or two platforms maximum, you can really understand how the platform works, and you can accelerate your growth because you are focused on one thing. But when you are trying to figure out four things at the same time, you are basically slowing down your progress because you are not you are not aware of how all the platforms work. So you are trying to split your time between four things instead of one thing. So when you focus your time on one thing, you are able to accelerate your growth.
Exactly.
Awesome.
These are the
um,
lessons.
Awesome. So you tried that with the website, and then you talked about a challenge with social media marketing. Was that also with multiple platforms or just with Facebook? So when did you transition to using only Facebook?
In 2021, that was a challenge, and that was only on Facebook.
Okay, so from that moment, you started using Facebook only, and you stopped using all the other platforms.
Exactly. And then I made my profile just to add people I do not know, strangers.
Yeah. So you started using a Facebook profile. Did you have a Facebook group at the time?
No, I didn't have that back then. I
Okay.
created in 2022 Facebook
Okay.
group.
Awesome. So you started your Facebook profile, and for those of you watching who are not familiar with the approach on Facebook, basically we use a Facebook profile because it has higher reach than a business page on Facebook. There are those two types of pages on Facebook, and you also have Facebook groups. So between a business page and a personal profile, a business page is pay to play. So Facebook doesn't show the content of a business page to a lot of people because they want businesses to spend money on ads for the content to be shown. And on a Facebook profile, you are able to get more reach and reach more people with your content with free traffic. So if the goal is to get free traffic, a Facebook profile is better than a business page. Okay. So on the Facebook profile, what we do is to get traffic, we can add people as friends to our profile, okay? Because our profile allows us to add friends, so we can go to Facebook groups, Facebook pages where our target customer is, and we add them as friends. And then on the Facebook profile, we can start producing content to nurture those people and build relationships in Messenger, and then using Messenger to present the product and the field product and close sales. Okay, so that's basically the approach for those who are not familiar. And uh, I was asking about the Facebook group because that's another piece you can add to the process. And as you guys are watching this interview right now in my Facebook group, so I have those two those two things that I use, the profile and the group. So moving people from the profile to the Facebook group to help with that nurturing of the audience and building of trust with that audience. Okay, awesome. So you started using Facebook, and what problems were you facing now that you look back that were stopping you from being able to achieve results?
So the problems I was facing that stopped me not achieving results back then was basically I had the wrong audience. Okay, I was adding people, but that was not the right audience. So here's the catch: to identify the right audience, and that led me to understand that it's important to understand the offer and who is it for and what's the conversion process after months and years. Okay, I had the wrong audience. I had the content, so the message that needs to speak exactly to them, the content topic, and how to create that content topic that without the algorithm. So people are expecting that content will show up for the right people. They will see that content. So that I had that problem before. So the wrong audience and the wrong message that didn't speak to the right people. So based on these lessons and this experience, that is important to understand what is the right audience and the right message that attracts to the offer to the right people. So these were I had no skill sets also, like I said before, and everyone starts from zero, and not having that ability how to present the offer.
Yeah,
that was also what was missing. And from what I realized that I never been learned that in school, and school didn't learn me about how to start a business, how to present an offer, how to build a brand also, and how to grow that audience on one platform to focus on that and build and monetize it, and how to speak with them also was that what was I missing. So that's also learnable skill, and we need to understand how to speak with these people and what questions we can ask them.
exactly. So those are the crucial skills to build an online business. So from the trainings you had before, it was more focused on the website building and not so much on the skills, on the marketing, on the selling, on understanding the target customer. Is that correct?
Yeah, that's correct. And the lack of mentor who will actually be here and answer on any question or roadblock. Because since I got involved into online business space, I met mentors that they just wanted money, but they didn't show the help, like I will help you like this week and next week, and then you are left behind if you paid that person or that training. And that was also some kind of lesson. And there are a lot of mentors and coaches. I do not judge anyone. It's okay. I'm not a person who will judge. I'm just saying the experience.
Yeah, and I had similar experiences in my journey. Okay,
Yeah.
and what you said about there are a lot of programs online where the focus is a lot on the tech, on the website, on the funnel, on setting up the autoresponder, and those are great tools, and that can be helpful. But tools without skills will not generate results, because what makes money is our ability to market and sell. Okay,
Exactly.
and I did that too at the beginning of my journey. I spent a few months on the tech. For me, the tech was the comfort zone because I have an IT background, so I spent months on the tech because I loved it. And it came to a point where I had so many funnels and so many softwares that I was paying for, but I was not able to get results because I was missing the skills. And that's something we also identified when we started working together, is that you were missing some crucial skills in understanding your audience, understanding your target customer, creating content, and also talking with people to present offers and close sales. So for you guys starting, if you want to grow your affiliate marketing business, try to put more your focus into the skills, into understanding the marketing, what makes people buy, what attracts people to you, what grabs people's attention. Okay, how to communicate with people, that's a crucial skill. How to listen to what people say and use that data that they share with you in your content. Okay, those are the skills that will make you money. I'm not saying the tech is bad or that it's not useful. It's useful when you combine that with the skills, but just the tech by itself will not generate results. You need to have the skills to be able to use those tools. Okay, that's a big lesson, and a big problem I see in the affiliate marketing space is people focusing a lot on the tech and not developing these skills to be able to grow their affiliate marketing businesses. Um, Another thing that you mentioned is having the wrong audience, which I remember our kickoff call that we had when we started working together, and that's what we identified right away, was that your audience, you had people in your audience who were ahead of you in the journey, who were coaches, for example, and you were not targeting coaches, you were targeting affiliates, I think, at the time. So you had also people in your audience that had already solved the problem that your product was going to help them solve. So your product was trying to solve a problem, but some of the people you had in your audience didn't have that problem, and that problem already solved. Okay, and your messaging, your content was not aligned with that product to move your audience towards a buying decision, and it was not speaking to the problems, pains, goals of your audience. Okay, and what we identified and what we worked on for you guys watching, what we did to solve this problem was to identify our target customer. So in my opinion, that's the most important step in your business, because your target customer defines everything you are going to do. Okay, it helps you identify or understand who are the people that you need to bring to your audience and their pains, problems, goals, desires, false beliefs, and then what is the message you need to put in front of them with your content to attract them to that product. So there is alignment in your business between these three pieces: audience, content, and offer. Okay, that's why it's important that when you guys pick an offer to promote, that you define your target customer so you can align the content and the audience with that offer. Okay, so that way you have an offer that solves a specific problem and helps people achieve a specific result, and you have people in your audience that have that problem, and you have people in your audience that want that result, and you have content that speaks to the problems these people have and attracts people to this product. Okay, that's the alignment that needs to be achieved, and that's achieved by understanding your target customer. Okay, so that's what we did right away with Matea when we started. We defined their target customer, and then it's a matter of working on refining that content and that audience over time, and constantly overcoming roadblocks to keep making progress. And another big thing you mentioned was the skills. So I remember that you were trying to use Messenger to communicate with people, but you were not clear on what to do in Messenger to present your offers. So that's a process that we started implementing with you, and all the rest with the content and the audience. So it was a combination of fixing all these pieces in your process, and then developing your skills so you were able to then start generating results. Okay, do you have anything you want to add to that?
No, I don't. Everything was clear.
Awesome. So you were facing all these problems with having the wrong audience. You didn't have a plan to achieve results. You were missing fundamental skills to market and sell your affiliate products. You were not clear on what to do. So what attracted you to the idea of us working together at the time?
What attracted me to work with you after all these things I tried was trust. and these solutions and answers on everything behind me, what was back at that time. Because people want solutions, people want answers on their problems, right? So that attracted me, that I had all answers on my problems, and trust that actually you are the mentor who will help every week or any day. Like building trust and relationship, because trust, I've been reading a lot of books, and from books I've been also learning that trust is 40%, and that attracted me to the idea of working with you, because you showed that trust that you will not disappear. It's not all about money. And the benefit, the advantage, what I could benefit from the strategy that's working with you, the benefit to make progress and make results in the business.
Awesome. Thanks for sharing. And you talked there about a crucial part of this game, and there's a big lesson that we can extract for everyone here watching, which is the importance of building trust. Okay, because for people to buy from you, they need to trust you. Okay, that's, you guys, if you want to write it down, because this is something you need to keep always in mind. For people to buy from you, they need to trust you. And if someone doesn't trust you, it doesn't make sense to present an offer, because there will be a lot of resistance, because that person doesn't trust you. Okay, so the key is to build trust first. Okay, and that's a mistake I made at the beginning of my journey, and I see a lot of people doing, which is connecting with someone new to their audience who doesn't trust them and going for a pitch right away, and that just repels people. But when you shift that approach and you focus on giving first and building trust first, and showing people that you understand their problems through your content, through your conversations with them, you show that you understand their problems and you give them value without asking for anything in return, people start following, people start paying attention, people start seeing, okay, this person understands me, this person understands my problems. That's what you want to achieve with your audience. They need to feel understood. You need to show them that you understand them. And when you show them that you understand them and they see that you can describe their problems and that you have a possible solution for their problems, and you are always there showing up and giving value, and you are consistent, you don't disappear, you are always there, eventually they will want to know more about how you can help them. And that's when you can present your solution and close sales. Okay, so that's a big lesson, the importance of building trust and relationships with your audiences. Thanks for sharing that. Any other notes on that?
One more thing was also education, also what attracted me, because education and these skill sets was also what attracted me to work.
Yeah, and
with what you have been solving the problems, and that also made me to attract, besides trust and not just thinking about money but helping actually people. And that made me to clarity and understanding about, because we people have that, like you said, in human nature, you said in one of lives or our Zoom meetings, that people have that in nature. They want everything to see. They want all answers at once. And that's in us. But that attraction was that trust that I'm not left behind anymore. That's what attracted me.
awesome, thanks for sharing. And so you were consuming my videos here in the Facebook group before we started working together, and reading my content, and that's how you started seeing, getting the education, and seeing that, or getting attracted to that idea, right?
Yeah, I was seeing your content before.
Mm-hmm. Awesome, thanks for sharing. And that's why content is also so important, because when we show up consistently in front of our audiences to give them value and to share education and help them with the problems they have. That helps with building the relationship. And when you start having people in your audience for weeks, months, they start knowing you, liking you, and trusting you, and that leads to them when they have a problem that you can help them solve. So these are two things you need. They need to trust you, and they need to have a problem to solve. Okay. If they have a problem to solve and they trust you as someone who can help them solve the problem, that's when it makes sense to present an offer, and people are more likely to accept that offer if you have these two things in place. They need to trust you, and they need to have a problem to solve that they see you as someone who can help them solve that. Okay? That's what you want to achieve with your content and with your interactions with people. Um, awesome. So after we started working together, I we already talked about some of the growth you were able to achieve when it comes to your target customer and having a plan. But can you summarize what growth you were able to experience? And this is monetary and non-monetary, because it's not just about the monetary results. It's also about what you were able, how you were able to grow in your skill set and as a person. So can you share a bit more about what growth you were able to experience since we started working together?
So since we started to work together, let's start with non-monetary results. These were like feedback. I created my Facebook group in 2022, and I started to grow my audience. And this was like non-monetary results that I started to share value. I started to focus more on what you said, on the problem, on goals of people who join my group, and focusing more on their roadblocks to think more what they are saying. So I grew my audience inside my Facebook group and got a lot of feedback from people when they seen my videos, because I started to share like this video content, either short term or long form video
So you were
content.
not doing video content before we started?
On my Facebook profile, I did lives before we started to work together. I was doing lives before, but more solving problems, I started to work on my Facebook group.
Yeah.
Yeah. And these are non-monetary results that I got clarity understanding of the entire affiliate marketing space. How can I communicate with people who join the group? And how should I start to communicate with them? Because if I don't know them yet, if they're strangers, I need to start to talk with them and ask the right questions. Okay.
I think we lost you, Matea.
That started my growth, understanding. Yeah, and clarity about target customer and understanding who are they, what's their goal, what's their problem, what are their current situation, where are they in life. That's all starts from zero. And what is their roadblock?
Awesome. Thanks for sharing. So, yeah, for us to achieve monetary wins, we first need to have non-monetary wins. And I talked about this recently in one of my lives, but it's important that you guys celebrate all your non-monetary wins, because this helps you stay in a positive mindset. Okay? Because when we just focus on monetary wins, when we are not seeing those monetary wins, it's easy for us to get demotivated. But if we focus on celebrating when we get our first 50 members in our Facebook group, when we get our first feedback from someone in a piece of content saying that they got value from the piece of content, when we have someone sharing a testimonial, those are things that indicate that we are making progress in the right direction. Okay? And these are the steps that we need to take to eventually achieve monetary results. Okay, so your audience growth, you starting to build trust with people, you're starting to have people giving you good feedback on your videos, all those started showing that you were making progress in the right direction, that you were being able to build trust with people, and then eventually you were able to start making sales, which were the monetary results. Okay, awesome. You also talked about video content, which is something I recommend everyone doing, because video content helps accelerate that trust building process with your audiences. Okay, especially if you do long form video content, five five plus minute videos. Okay, not just shorts. Shorts are also great to get new people to your audience, but what builds strong relationships is long form video content or long form content. But long form video content is powerful because people see your face, people hear your voice, and it can really accelerate the trust building process with your audience members, and shorten the customer journey, shorten the amount of time it takes for them to be open, from the moment they join your audience until they are open to explore your solution and your help, and your affiliate product. Okay, so that in my journey it was a key component, the video content through these Facebook lives, and that's why I recommend everyone, my students and anyone that is not my student, that you guys produce long form video content, because it can really help you in building that trust with your audiences. Okay. And when it comes to monetary results, can you share a bit more about what you were able to achieve recently?
Yeah, I were recently in December last year. I was able to achieve high tickets.
Your first high ticket sale?
Yeah, but before that, I was making low tickets.
Yeah. So you made 2 low ticket sales,
and high tickets. Yeah.
And 1 high ticket sale. Yeah, awesome. So as you guys see, all these fixes that we did in the process, and a big part of this is your consistency, because, and that's something that is very rare to find online, is someone that is as consistent as you, because a lot of people stay consistent for a month or 2 months and then they stop. Okay, but you have been showing up over and over again, consistently, daily, to do the work, to post, to talk with people, to ask questions, to ask for feedback on what you are doing, and that's a big part of your results. Is you always showing up, and you doing the necessary work to improve your skills, to show up for your audience, and also to ask questions in our coaching calls. You are always there asking questions, asking for feedback on your conversations, asking for feedback on what you are doing, asking what's your next step for you to be able to grow to the next level. So that's a big part of your growth. Okay, so great job and congratulations on the results that you have been achieving, and I'm sure that from here you'll keep growing and growing and growing.
Thank you for sharing. And I think that education is what actually helped more, and your meetings also, when we have during every week, that also helps, because I didn't met other mentors who will be here on Facebook like every day or every week. That's actually ask people, what's your roadblock, what's your problem, and help them, right? There are not many mentors and coaches about this. But yeah, my growth in last 4 years, it seems like a long, but if you are a person who can stay consistent and just solve the problem of people behind you, because audience is always people behind you, just a few steps behind you.
Yeah.
Even if you are new. So it's about being having that way of thinking and never give up, and having that courage.
Yeah. And so before we started working together, you were not able to make any affiliate sales, and you were doing this since 2019. So that shows that you were persistent, and you never gave up, and you kept going even without seeing any results for 2 years or something like that. So that shows that you are persistent. And a question about that is, what kept you going when you spent 2 years of your journey without seeing any sales?
What kept me is
Yeah.
just,
So why didn't you give up? What kept the drive inside of you for you to keep going and keep trying?
well, it was other things in life because I was living in another country and I started back in 2022. I simply made my decision what I want to do in my life. And I mean, I have also back from me because I moved to another country before. I was living in Scandinavia in like 9 years and I struggled there. I was working low income in Sweden. Sweden as a country is not a country where you have like high paid jobs. Everyone there is not a rich country. So what made me to answer that question is good question. There are other things in life that made me. I have another things in life that I needed to do with other assets that I had. It's just you have that courage that you want to move on because I had that courage already before because I was living in another country and already overcame a lot of challenges. It's more relation problems and solutions that I had in my life before I got involved in online business space. So I found myself like I am an entrepreneur in that case. I found myself I started to unlock my potential.
Thanks for sharing.
If that makes sense.
Yeah. So because a lot of people in your situation would give up. Okay.
Yeah.
And I see that with a lot of people I talk with. Some people after a month of not seeing results, they stop. Okay. And you stayed consistent and showing up for years without seeing your first sale, and you kept going. So it's because probably you had a very strong why that was motivating you to keep going, and you didn't want to stay in the same situation that you were, and you wanted to achieve the life that you want to build, and that kept you going. So that's the importance of having a strong why. And when you guys are starting your affiliate marketing business, think about these. A lot of people ignore the mindset part, but this is crucial. Is understanding what's your why, what makes you want to do this. Because when you have a strong why, even when things are not working, you keep going. Okay, you keep going because you are in a situation right now that you are not comfortable with, and that makes you want to change your situation. That can be your why, or because you want to achieve something in your life, have a different life, spend more time with your family, whatever it is. Think about your why, and it needs to be strong. Okay, because if it's strong enough, you'll keep going, and you will not stop until until you achieve the results that you want, and until you have what you want and the life that you want. Okay, so it's very important to have a strong why, and I'm sure that was a big part of your consistency over these years.
Yeah, the strong reason was actually one of facts. And what I did, I tried to exercise because I was watching these motivational speakers on YouTube. They were talking about write down on a paper what do you want, and I tried to exercise that. And I write down on paper, I want more time, I want freedom. And
Yeah.
I just wanted to have freedom to travel and define my own schedule. That was I had a strong reason. I started to practice also gratitude. So I felt to be grateful every day. And since then, I practice gratitude every day. And that's when I started to figure out that's some kind of power of gratitude that also helped me. But that's totally the way of thinking and the spirit.
Yeah. And I can relate to the freedom, because I was stuck in a job working 60 hours a week, 70 hours a week, and I didn't have too much time to do what I wanted when I wanted. So that was also one of the reasons that made me start this business. So yeah, I can relate with that. Another thing that we didn't talk about, Matea, is that the process that we are implementing with you, and the process I help people implement, is without funnels, without ads, and without a big following. So we use Messenger as the sales process, which replaces the funnels. Okay, so tech is not necessary because we focus on building relationships with people in Messenger and closing sales that way, presenting offers and closing sales that way. It's without ads because we focus on using Facebook free traffic by adding people as friends to our Facebook profiles, as I explained a few minutes ago. And it doesn't require a big following because we focus on building strong relationships and trust, what we were talking about a few minutes ago. So if you focus on building strong relationships and trust, you can monetize a small audience. Okay, because if you have a big audience but all you do is short content, there will be not a lot of trust from your audience members because they are not spending too much time with your content, too much time consuming your content. But when you start producing 5, 10, 15, 20-minute videos, long form written pieces of content, that helps with creating strong relationships with your audience and building trust. And if you focus on producing long form content, especially video content, you can really build strong relationships with your audience and monetize even a small audience, Okay, and your audience is not big. I think, Matea, it's like 1,000 people, 2,000 people probably.
Yeah, there are around 2,000
Yeah.
if you see a Facebook profile.
Yeah. And I see a lot of people on platforms, on Facebook, on TikTok, with 10,000, 20,000 people and not being able to monetize those audiences. And the reason usually that I see is because they don't focus on building trust and producing long form content to build that trust and those relationships with people. So what I usually recommend to those people is to move those audience members from short form video content to long form video content, because with short form content you can get a lot of eyeballs because it's easy for people to consume. It takes 30 seconds to watch a TikTok video, for example. So you can reach a lot of people. You can get width. But with the long form content, you can get depth in those relationships. Okay, and that's what's necessary for people to buy from you, especially high ticket product. Okay, is depth in those relationships. Okay, so moving people from short form content to long form content helps building strong relationships with that audience that you are building. And when you start building those relationships, you don't need a lot of people in your audience to close sales. Okay, that's how you can monetize small audience, and that's a big part of what we do. So final question for you, Matea. What would you say to people that are considering joining the six-figure video booster elite coaching program, which is my coaching program? So what would you say to people considering working with us in this coaching program?
What would I say to people that are considering joining the six-figure video booster coaching course would be all from the foundation, from how to choose niche markets, how to choose sub-niche markets, how to identify target customer, basically how to find them and focus on one platform, how to build an audience, also build a group, which questions to ask them when they join the group, etc. So basically, that course help me to understand and get clarity about this affiliate marketing space, affiliate marketing industry, and how to present any offer you may have, either not having an offer or having an offer already. So I would say they would join based on the reason that they have education and also what the way of thinking and mindset needs to have while presenting an offers, and focusing more on what is the offer about, what is the problem that offer is solving, and what is that target customer who are they, who is the offer for, and what's the conversion process also, what would be the solution inside that course that I had experienced when I joined. So all of these trainings were great for me, that helped me to make progress and achieve my results. But it's also important to stay focused and consistent on that, to implement that, not just buy a course and then I will not do the work. Like I did it in the beginning when I bought a course, like $7 or $50, but if not doing the work while joining the course, it doesn't make sense. So the reasons that I will tell them to consider to join, like if they use paid ads in the beginning, it would be better to do the organic, because doing the paid ads in the beginning simply is taking money from you based on the reason that there is no skill sets yet. Like, don't be in the position when I was in 2020. I had no education, but I didn't try Facebook ads or any Google ads. But I know a lot of people who tried.
I did that.
And building funnels also, then using tech in the beginning, websites. I don't have anything against website, but I think it's old-fashioned. I mean, you need to write posts on the website, you need to do the technical stuff. In comparison to Facebook, Facebook is much simpler. It's like make your life simple in that way. Also building email list. This is also what I experienced inside this 6-figure video booster coaching course, how to build an email and how to connect that with the Facebook group, that people can, when they join the Facebook group, so they leave their email list, and in that way you have the right people inside your email list, not like a bunch of them and they are not the right people. So the goal is to have your right audience. And all from scratch, from the foundation, I would say, until making progress and the results.
Thanks for sharing. Awesome. And of course, and what you said, that is very true. You talked about buying a course, but it's important to do the work. Okay, and that's
and
why
the benefit from it, because it's the benefit what people want to benefit from. What's in it inside me? That's the question. Like, when you buy something, what's in it for me? What can I use it for that I get the result, right?
Yeah. Because without your work, you would not achieve results. Okay.
Yeah.
So a big part of it's not just buying a course and having a coach helping you along the way. It's also taking the actions necessary to implement what you are learning from the program and what the coaching is helping you implement. And also asking questions, asking for feedback, asking what am I doing wrong? Why am I not achieving results? What's missing? Okay. And having someone with more experience that has been where you are right now, that was in your shoes before, that can help you identify problems quickly because they were there before, and that way you can save a lot of time and make progress towards achieving results. Okay, but again, it's not just buying a program or a course or a coaching program and expecting things to happen. It requires showing up consistently, doing the work, developing your skills, showing up daily to produce content, talk with people, etc. So it requires that you guys do the work and show up. But if you are ready to do the work and to build a sustainable business that generates results for years and years to come, that's what we can help you do. Okay.
Yeah, I would say it's more mindset and skill sets to become successful in business. I mean, it takes mindset and skill sets.
Yeah, and mindset is a big part of it. Yeah, it's very important to never give up. This is key, and Matea is a perfect example of that. How if you stick with it, you can eventually have your breakthrough. Because if Matea gave up a few months ago or a few years ago, she would not achieve the results that she achieved right now. Okay, that's the importance of not giving up, because the breakthrough will happen eventually. It's not a matter of if, it's a matter of when. If you keep showing up and learning and doing the work daily, it will happen eventually. Okay, for some people it takes less time, for some people it takes a longer time, because it depends on your background, your experience from the past, if you have knowledge in marketing, in sales, etc. So if you are starting from scratch without any skills in marketing, in sales, of course it will take a bit longer than someone who has experience in sales, for example. Okay, everyone's journey is different, but as long as you don't stop, it will happen. Okay, as long as you don't stop, that's the big if you don't stop, you will get there. Graham asked a question for you, Matea. How did Matea pay her bills over those years? Was she doing other jobs? So she quit her job it was in 2022, so he's
Yeah.
asking, how did you approach things?
I have another asset that gave me income that I was able to pay my bills.
So you have real estate, right?
Yeah, I'm in an apartment. That's
Yeah.
real estate. And I'm not alone. I mean, I have boyfriend.
Yeah. Thanks for sharing. Congratulations on your tenacity and determination. You prove what can be achieved if you stick with your desire to succeed. Exactly. Thanks for sharing, Leslie. Very, very true. It's
Yeah.
very important not to give up. And Matea is a perfect example of consistency and being persistent. Okay. And if you guys want to look at her profile, feel free to visit her profile, to join her Facebook group, and see how she shows up consistently, and she doesn't stop. She's always there, showing up daily to give value to her audience, to build relationships with people, and that's a big part of the results that she's achieving, is showing up, showing up, showing up. Even if things are not perfect, you still show up. Okay, especially at the beginning, things will not be perfect, and they never are perfect. Okay,
Yeah.
but you improve over time. Okay, and if you look back, when you started in 2020 or 2019, and you look at yourself now, you see a big change in the skills and in the person and how you were able to grow, because you didn't give up. Okay, but if you gave up, you would not be here today talking with me about your ticket sale. Okay, so it's a great example of consistency and being persistent. Good question. Did you go to Facebook jail at any time on your journey, and how did you avoid that? Facebook jail means being restricted by Facebook.
No, I didn't. I wasn't restricted by Facebook.
Okay, I had that happen to me before, and I had one Facebook account shut down completely. So that happened in 2020. I had my Facebook account shut down, and that was when I started this one. Okay, because my old Facebook profile was completely shut down. I tried to recover it, and it was not possible. I tried to contact Facebook support, and there was no way to contact Facebook support. So I lost my account at the time. What helped me at the time was that I had my email list, okay, and I had this Facebook group already built, and this is a great lesson, is the importance of building these assets. Because when I lost my Facebook account, I was able to send an email to my email list saying, I lost my Facebook account, here's my new profile. And people started sending me friend requests on my new profile. So I was able to grow my friends list much quicker because I had my email list. Also, I dropped a post in the Facebook group saying, I lost my old Facebook account, this is my new one. Send me a friend request. And people started sending me friend requests. Also, another important thing, and one thing that I forgot to say, is that you don't lose your Facebook group if you lose your Facebook profile. If you have an admin, that is not you. Okay, that's why if you have a Facebook group, I recommend that you have someone else as an admin. Okay, so it's not just you as an admin, you have you and someone else, because if you lose your account, the other person stays as a group admin and you don't lose the group. Okay, so I have my sister as an admin here in the group for that reason. Okay, so I didn't lose the account because I had an admin there, the Facebook group. Sorry. So you don't lose the Facebook group and you don't lose your email list because it's outside of Facebook. Okay, so if you can build an email list at least, and if you have the time to build a Facebook group, that helps with protecting yourself against any problems with your Facebook account. Okay, that's what helped me at the time. Tina, do you need to make a different Facebook profile from your original Facebook? Do you want to answer how you approached that, Matea?
Do you need to make a different Facebook from your original Facebook?
If you created a new Facebook profile, or if you use the same
I
profile,
created because I wanted, yeah, I wanted to create my new from my reason. Okay, I wanted to make a new Facebook profile in 2021. That was my decision. It's not necessary that you need to make a different Facebook from your original Facebook. Absolutely not. What I did, I just wanted a new profile when I created a new in 2021. I want it to be that I don't have family members, I don't have friends, I don't have my sister or anyone. That's what I did. I didn't want to have relatives in my list that you see, like I'm doing entrepreneurship and affiliate marketing and these stuff. That was the most recent. But on this question, do you need to make a different Facebook? It's not necessary. It's your decision.
Yeah, you don't have to. There are a few ways. You can use the same profile if you want, but if you don't want your friends and family to see it, then or you can create a new profile, or you can segment your friends list, because on Facebook you can create sublists inside the friends list. So you can segment your friends list and create a sublist for business and a sublist for friends and family. And when you make a post about business, you only show it to the business sublist. That's also possible to do on your profile. If you want to go with that route, it requires a bit more of things to do. If you create a new profile, you just start fresh with, and you add friends who are business related, and you don't have friends and family, so you don't have to worry with separating posts and creating sublists. You just have people from business. But if you want to use the same profile, you can separate the list into different sublists. Okay, that's also an option. So you have a few options. It's up to you based on the reason why you want a different profile or not. So that's something that needs to be decided when you start using Facebook, if you are not using it already. Can you repeat that? Yes. So you have a few options, or so usually the reason why people don't want to use their Facebook profile is because they have friends and family there. Okay, and they don't want friends and family to see what they are doing on their Facebook profiles. So basically, we have three options. First option is what I did, which is, and I know most people will not do this, which is removing friends and family. I removed everyone because I was not using Facebook for my personal life too much. I was not active, so I removed everyone. Okay, and I started using the same profile with 0 friends. That's the first option. Second option is creating a new profile. That way you have a profile that you use for friends and family and a profile that you use for business, and you do everything business related on your business profile. That's the second option. Third option is using the same profile that you have, and inside your friends list, you can create sublists. Okay, so Facebook has a feature that allows you to create sublists inside of your friends list. So you can create a sublist for friends and family, and you choose who are the people that belong to that sublist, and the sublist for business, and you choose the people who belong to that sublist. And then when you go and post, you can choose the audience that will see the post. And if you want the post to be seen by your family, you choose this post is seen by the family sublist. If you want to make a post about business, you choose this post will be seen by business sublist. Okay, so you can separate that inside of your friends list inside of Facebook. So if you go to your friends tab on Facebook, there is a section there called custom lists. That's where you can create these sublists to separate the audience to segment your audience. Did you have any problems from other affiliates trying to add friends from add your group friends or leads? So adding friends from your group or from your friends list.
Did you have any problems from other affiliates trying? Yeah, absolutely. That happens. That happened before and that happens still. It will always be like that because people will try to add you and add your to your lead. They will try to send you friend requests. So that's normal. I had problems from other affiliates trying to add my group friends or leads. Absolutely. The internet and Facebook is big platform and there will come people who will try that. Even if you're already successful, for example, if André, he's 6-figure, they will try to pitch you, I believe.
Yeah, sometimes.
They will pitch you because they don't know Andre, they don't know me, they don't know me. That's the kind of problem that I see. People don't know other people and they try to pitch you. Even if they don't know what have you gone through. They don't know how much sales have you made. They don't know how much progress you made so far. And they will pitch you. But just avoid them as the only solution.
Yeah. And if you have your own group, I don't mind if you guys connect with each other. That's perfectly fine for me. If you guys add each other as friends, I'm cool with that. But if I start seeing someone adding people from the group and pitching right away, of course, I'm going to have to remove that group member because that's making the experience of the group members worse. Okay, because they are in this group, which is a community which is supposed to be helpful, and they are receiving friend requests from someone that is sending them a friend request and pitching them on the first message. Okay, without knowing them, without having any relationship before. Okay, so if I see that happening, I remove the group member. Okay, and usually people tell me when there is someone in the group doing that, they send me a message and say, this person send me a friend request from your group and pitch me right away. And I know because usually people send me a message when that happens, and I just remove people. But if you guys connect with each other to build relationships, that's totally cool, and there is no problem with that. Okay, so you can connect with each other here in the group, as long as you are not just adding someone to make a pitch. If you are here to build relationships and to help each other, that's fine. Of course, it can lead to an opportunity to present an offer in the future and closing a sale, and that's fine. Okay, what I don't want is you going to a Facebook group or to this Facebook group, and that you are making the experience of the group members worse because they are constantly being bombarded with pitches from people they don't even know and they don't have any relationship with. Okay, but if you build a relationship with someone here in the group and eventually they are open to work with you, that's totally cool. You build a relationship and it can lead to opportunities for you guys to create partnerships, to work with each other. That's totally fine, as long as it's not ruining the experience of the group members here with pitches, random pitches showing up in their inboxes consistently. So I'm always paying attention to that to make sure that people in the group have a good experience and are not being pitched with links and being bombarded with random messages from people they don't know. Thank you so much, Matea, for joining us today. Do you have any final words that you want to share?
Well, I just want to share that keep going for people who just get started and believe in yourself and take action.
Awesome. Great advice. Thank you so much. And see you guys in the next one. Bye.
Bye bye. Thank you.